Namaste friend, my name is LP Bhanu Sharma and I am the spiritual leader at Jeevan Vigyan. This channel is about helping you come out from your confusion to clarity, from your inner disturbances to complete silence, and from the lack of everything to a complete development of your prosperity, your spiritual aspects. In the last episode, we talked about meditation, and of course, we discussed that stillness and silence, they form the bedrock of meditation. Without stillness and silence, you cannot get into meditation. We also talked about the right meditation posture, which you can use all throughout your life. Today, we're going to talk on a very interesting topic. Can you ask yourself a question? Who is the most important and the most loyal companion you have? The companion that came to you on your first cry after birth, and who will be there with you up till the last sigh. Is that? Of course, that's your breath. The most important friend. And what we give attention to gives attention back to us. So, have you thought about your breath? All life we keep breathing. This such an important friend we have, the most trusted, the most loyal friend we have. Are we thinking about it? Are you conscious about it? This true friend, the breath, is not just your friend. There's another aspect to your breath. Your breath is your teacher. How is that? See, your breath tells you how you're feeling right now, whether you are going the right way or not, whether you are healthy or not, whether you are peaceful or not, or whether you are angry, sad, miserable, or joyful. Your breath tells you everything and also guides you on where you have to go. See, we want a very peaceful mind, right? We want a happy heart. We want light in our soul. But have you seen your mind? Have you seen your heart? Have you seen your soul? If you have not seen any of these three, how can you change them? How can you manipulate them? If you are feeling sad today, can you change your mind directly? You cannot operate on your mind. There's no tool available. Of course, there's one tool available. You can train your breath in such a way that your mind becomes silent, mind becomes energetic, and you become happy. Your breath can be trained. Breath is your bridge that connects your body to your mind. And since it is the bridge, it touches both the shores. It touches your body on the one hand. It is a physical activity. Your respiration is a physical activity. On the other hand, mind is non-physical. The other shore that breath touches is your mind. So, you can change your breath to change your life. Let me put it again. You can change your breath to change your life. Now, there's another important aspect of breath. What is that? Breath is also a barometer. It tells you everything about yourself. And if you can learn the right breathing technique that are known as pranayams, you can understand what other people may be thinking, what other people may be feeling. So breath is your emotional regulator. It teaches you the art of leadership also. Now slowly, have you felt one thing? When you are fearful, the breath, it comes to the upper part of your chest and you hold it there. You constrict your breath. So look at your breath. Your breath tells you that you are fearful. And what happens when you are angry? When you are angry, you are almost panting. Your breath becomes very, very fast and very aggressive. And when you are sad, what happens? Your breath becomes very heavy, as if you are unable to breathe. You will experience shortness of breath. But when you're feeling happy, when you're feeling joyful, your breath reaches out to every cell of your body. There's so much of energy. Your breath becomes light. Your breath becomes brilliant. Your breath becomes energy when you are joyful. So now you have understood what happens to your breath. Now this understanding you can use to change your feeling, change your physical health, and then change your future outlook. What happens when your body is ill? The breath cannot completely reach that part of your body which is ill. So that means the breath is not equally distributed. Now you have understood how to change your breath to change everything. When you take long and deep breaths, when your breath becomes long, deep and rhythmic, everything changes. You start coming out of your illness, your body starts healing itself, your mind becomes silent, and your emotions become happy and joyful. And not only that, there will be light in your soul. So now let's understand how do we change our breath completely so that we start living a healthy, a peaceful, and an energetic life. This is very important for all of us. It's not just one person, If all the human beings of the earth learn how to breathe correctly, the earth will become healthier, will become more peaceful, and of course, there will be a lot of harmony. So when you learn how to breathe correctly, you are also learning how to live your life in the right way. So let's understand what effect does our breath has on our autonomic nervous system. We have two parts of the nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system, that is the Ida, Nadi, yogis call. When you take long and deep breath, your parasympathetic nervous system starts activating. There's a lot of energy there. And slowly you will start going away from fight, flight or freeze mode to rest, digest and repair mode. So this is the most important gift you're giving to yourself. On the other hand, if your breath is aggressive, if it is fast, if it is chaotic, you will activate your sympathetic nervous system, which brings a complete state of fight, flight or freeze in you. When you want to balance both this, you have to balance your breath. You cannot touch your nervous system. There's no way you can access your nervous system. But of course, you can always access your breath. So access your breath, touch your breath, change your breath, and change everything inside you. Now, I want to take you into some guided practice of meditation also. The meditation that helps you breathe correctly. Not just correctly, that helps you breathe to create the life that you always wanted to create. If you want good emotions, change your breath. If you want to come out of illnesses, change your breath. If you want to work on your goals, first work on your breath. If you want to do physical exercises, first work on your breath. Breath is preliminary. And there have been number of scientific researchers that say that changing breath changes everything. There are so many healing methodologies available that work on breath only to heal everything, all diseases your body has and all the negative impressions your mind has. So virtually nothing is difficult, nothing is impossible for a person who has learned how to breathe correctly. The parasympathetic nervous system is known as Ida in Sanskrit, and the sympathetic nervous system that's on the right side of the body is known as Pingala. So this Ida and Pingala, the balance is what's important. If only Ida is active, you will be peaceful, silent, but you will also feel that mellow feeling inside. You will not be able to get into activities. On the other hand, if only the right side of your nervous system, if your body is active, that's the Pingala is active, you will have so much of speed. You will be in a rush every time, as if everything is wrong and you want to change everything, but you will not have that peace of mind. Your body will not be able to heal itself, your body will not be able to repair itself, and even the digestion system is totally confused. So the crux is to balance both of these together. There have been so many works by scientists and researchers and also yogis on breath, because breath is so fundamental. There's a very important research by Yale University which points out that long and deep breaths, it elongates your life and places you in good mood. I'm just citing one of them, but there are thousands of them. In fact, the yogis have been telling this for ages, that breath is the most important barometer and the most important teacher and companion of your life. The scientific community is slowly understanding this fact now, and we are so happy to learn that the ancient yogic system and the modern scientific system, they are coming hand in hand and they are sharing the same wisdom now. They are coming to the same conclusion. When it comes to breath, there's a question that's asked every time. What's the difference between breath and prana? Prana is life energy or the chi, the element vital. Breath and prana, they are not seen. Breath is the carrier and the prana is the content inside. The prana is the life energy that's inside you. The breath carries that life energy from the universe to you, and then your body has to assimilate that prana into your system. So gaining prana or gaining life energy is not just the question of the universe giving you, the nature giving you breath. It is also the question of how you breathe and how you live your life. When you are feeling peaceful, when you are feeling joyful, you feel as if the prana is running throughout your body. It is reaching every cell of your being, every nerve and every vein. There's a flow of prana. You can feel that. On any day when you feel so much of energy, the yogic science says you have good prana. Now you can understand this vibe. When you meet people who are spiritually active, who are good meditators, somehow you receive that prana, because everyone wants good energy, good vibes from the surrounding. When you meet the right type of people, your prana becomes very active. That's why spiritual sages and saints, they mean a lot to us. They mean a lot to us. Friends, after having understood so many things about breath, I am sure you must be very curious to understand how to practice this. Let me slowly take you into the practice of this breath, this prana. In the last episode, we talked about meditation, and we understood how stillness and silence form the bedrock of meditation. Now, in this episode, we go a step forward and understand the dynamics of breathing, which is a very close friend, and not just a friend, also a teacher. All throughout our life, we have been breathing, but nobody has taught us how to breathe and how to integrate breathing into meditation. Isn't it time that we learned it? Let's do that now. Join me for this practice of breathing that helps you meditate well. Friends, let's start our practice of breath of life meditation. First, you can sit relaxed, completely your body at peace and your mind at ease with your body. Place your palms on your knees the way you want to, as we have explained in episode 1. Now, just extend your spine, elongate your spine, spine up, and slowly and gently you can close your eyes. When you close your eyes, you are closing yourself to the world outside, and you are opening yourself up to the world that's inside yourself. So gentle closing of eyes, jaws relaxed, everything is relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Now, just one thing before we begin. Once you are setting up your posture, there are 3 parts of the breath that we need to understand. The inhalation is known as the puraka. The exhalation is known as the rechaka, and the stop after your inhalation and after your exhalation is known as the kumbhaka, or the breath retention. Now take 3 long and deep breaths. We are not trying to manipulate the breath. We are trying to feel. Take 3 long and deep breaths. Now allow your breath to take its own course. Meditation is not about controlling your breath or manipulating your breath. It's about creating a harmony in your breath. Slowly bring your attention to your nostrils. The cool air when your breath is coming in and the warm air on exhalation. Just keep a watch as if you are the guard of your own nose. This beautiful sensation that arises when the breath touches your body, just be aware of it. You will start feeling a lot of electrical activities in your nostrils. Meditation is not about getting carried away by what you experience. Meditation is about being aware of whatever happens. Look at the sensation, however beautiful it may be. Just remain an onlooker, remain a watcher. Maintain your sajagata that we call in Jeevan Vigyan, your awareness. Slowly allow your breath to touch your heart, the heart center, the center of love. Now your breath slowly touches your belly, your stomach, by pushing your diaphragm. Your belly is your Manipur chakra, the center of life energy. Feel your breath there. Don't force yourself into feeling. Just remain an onlooker. There's nothing active in meditation. Meditation is passive awareness. Your belly rises on inhalation and it slowly recedes on exhalation. After about some time, the duration of your incoming breath and your outgoing breath becomes similar or equal. And even the breath retention becomes equal, the kumbhaka. Without you having to manipulate or aggressively control your breath, the moment your breath becomes equal in duration, this is the state of equanimity that you experience in meditation, which we call the feedback loop of consciousness in Jeevan Vigyan. See this beautiful tingling sensation. Don't get carried away by what I am saying. Just feel it there. There are two steps in meditation. The first one is effort, and the second one is effortlessness. The first one is doing, and the second one is non-doing. Your effort must lead you to effortlessness. Let your doing slowly transform into being. From your doership to your non-doership. This is the transformation of meditation. Allow things to happen. You're just being aware. Maintain your sajagata. If you find that your mind is wandering, or you have compulsive thoughts or any discomfort, just take one long and deep breath. Wow, this wonderful feeling, it has become a part of your experience now, but don't get carried away. Take 3 long and deep breaths. Now gently rub your palms together. Once you feel the energy on your palms, apply it to your eyes. And slowly open your eyes on your palms. See this benediction, this beauty. This is the blessing. Friends, let's summarize what we discussed in this very important episode. In the earlier one, we talked about meditation, stillness and silence. And when we want to get into meditation, breath is the key. In this episode, we talked about breath, how breath is life, how breath is your teacher, companion, and also a barometer. Then we talked about a non-manipulative approach to breathing, just being aware, just being present of whatever there is. And slowly we go down to practice of the breath of life meditation. I hope you enjoyed. Please continue this practice every day, at least twice a day. Now, when you want to get into meditation, breath is so important, but next only to breath is your awareness. How do you focus your awareness? How do you create your awareness? And how do you experience total awareness in meditation? This is going to be our next episode. Thank you and namaste.